Hello, my name is Lisa Shea, and I run the website lisashea.com. This video is about guided meditations. A guided meditation is where someone else speaks to you and talks you through the meditation. So they can talk to you through video, like on YouTube, or through an audio file, like on iTunes, or in person, depending on what your availability is. The idea here is that we have been trained from birth to listen to other people talking to us. Our parents read us stories when we're young. We go to school and our teachers read us lectures, and when we're at work, people talk to us in meetings. So our brain is trained to follow along with these and to focus on them and to put aside distracting thoughts so that we can focus. So this is a great way to get into meditation because you're doing something that you've been trained to do for many years. You're following along with someone else's voice and listening to the things that they're trying to tell you. So the general idea of a guided meditation is someone speaking. There's a variety of ways this can be done. Sometimes people will do a guided meditation where the person speaking to you will say, now you relax, now you sit back, now you take deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out. I find that kind of meditation doesn't work well for me because every time I'm starting to relax, their voice pokes in and says, you should be relaxed now, or you should breathe in, and they jar me out of what I'm trying to meditate. So while those might work well for you, what I would recommend in general is to go with a guided meditation where the person keeps talking, but they're talking for a purpose and not just to keep poking in at you and saying, are you relaxed? Are you breathing in deeply? So instead, a guided meditation where they're taking you on a story seems to work best for most people. So this is the kind of thing where they will start out with the you relax kind of message, but then they take you into a particular place. You're walking into a forest, or you're walking into a temple, or you're walking onto a beach. And then they describe it to you, and you follow along with them, and you relax with them. This is good to do as a practice, and that way when you're in places where you can't have access to the tape or video, you can sort of play it along in your mind, and you can get used to the process. The hope is that eventually you will be able to do this on your own and not have to listen to the tape, because you don't always have the tape or video available, but you always have you available. That's my cat Julie helping out with the video. So I will do a short example of how this tends to work, but there are many other wonderfully done videos on YouTube and on iTunes and other systems that are free. So you should experiment to see what voices work well for you and what images work well for you, because some of us like mountain images and some like forests and some like beaches and so on. So we will go with a forest image just to show how this tends to work. So you're walking along a quiet forest path, and there are autumn trees all around you with oak and maple and birch in various colors of crimson and gold, and they ruffle gently in the breeze, and the sun is shining overhead with a scattering of clouds floating by, and before you a clearing opens up. In this clearing is a pond, and it is being fed by a brook. The brook is streaming in over a rippling of little pebbles, and you can hear the pebbles as they add little bubbles to the stream, and that opens out into a pond, and there are mossy banks along the edge of the pond. So you decide to settle yourself onto that mossy bank. You run your fingers over the gentle soft moss and feel the texture of the moss under your fingers. You have a blanket that you carried with you, and you spread that out so that you can lay down on top of the blanket. Or if you choose, you can lay directly on the moss, whatever feels better to you. And the breezes drift past, bringing the autumn foliage aromas and some of the delicate flowers that are in the area. You can see the clouds drifting overhead. You can hear the burbling of the brook as it rolls past your head. There's a robin in the tree nearby, and you can hear the robin warbling. And the warbling of the robin settles in with the rippling of the brook and the gentle sighing of the breeze. Taking a long, deep breath, enjoying the relaxation of this little clearing that you have found for you alone. You know that there is no one else for miles and that you will not be disturbed as you rest and relax in this little forest glen all your own. So that is the way that a guided meditation works. Someone steps you through the things that you are seeing and smelling, and you don't have to think, which is good, because it means that often you will not think. You will just follow with the path of what their voice is saying, and you will get lost in the image that they are creating. So again, these are great tools. If you can find a number of meditations that work well for you, you can alternate between them. But it's good to think of these as tools that help you train so that you can do this for yourself long term, and you can do it whenever you need to and in whatever situation you're in. You can visit meditation.lisashay.com for more ideas. And thank you very much for listening. I look forward to hearing your ideas. Take care.